Hi everyone, my name is Ed DeCosta of eddecosta.com, and this is my weekly coaching video blog for Wednesday, April 30th, 2014. The subject today, beware false humility. Now, I'm a fan of humility. What is humility? Humility is that sense that we are all human. No matter what we've achieved in this world, we came into this world the same way. We're all going to go out the same way. And we should maintain our understanding that whatever gifts we have in this world, whatever giftedness, right, there's lots of different words there, they are in fact gifts. And we should give credit where credit is due. By definition, if it is a gift, someone or something gave it to us. We are the recipient of that gift. Even a gift that we've worked very, very hard to polish, to fluoresce, to manifest in this world, that you happen to have a knack or a gift for a particular subject or a particular physical skill, and you've worked very, very hard at it, you still should, if you're going to maintain humility, give credit where credit is due, whether it is to God, whether it is to your parents or someone that influenced you when you were a young person. Maybe it was a teacher that inspired or encouraged you to pursue your dream. So the point is, humility is a good thing. That's not what I'm criticizing at all. I'm criticizing false humility. Well, what is that? Well, you've probably heard of inner critics, self-limiting beliefs. Some call them gremlins. I like that word because it personifies that voice in our head that keeps us from doing all that we can, keeps us from striving to do all the things that are truly in our potential, keeps us in our comfortable area, our safety zone. And so what do those inner critics say? It tells us things like, we can't, or we shouldn't, or you can't because of this, or you shouldn't because of that. And they masquerade as humility. One telltale sign is when someone is unable to accept praise. I recently had a conversation with a client about a presentation that I watched him deliver. Now, he's a client of mine, and I'm not a speech coach, but we worked on this speech, and I happened to be in the room when he gave it. Afterwards, I gave him praise. And initially, his reaction was, oh, I'm terrible at this. Now, this is somebody that had just performed, I thought, very, very well. Conveyed the message, conveyed it with energy, conveyed it with authenticity. The audience clearly was receptive to the message. I mean, what else could you ask for? Yet this person's initial reaction to me was, I'm terrible at it. So in our next coaching session, we talked about where that came from. And oh, by the way, don't you know, it's a self-limiting belief that comes from early on. And again, I'm not a therapist, and we didn't go back to second grade, but he felt that he was a terrible speaker, that he's nothing compared to Martin Luther King or Steve Jobs. His words, not mine. Well, who is as good a speaker as Martin Luther King or Steve Jobs? All right, they were some of the most effective and powerful speakers of our day. But don't you see, this is a person who actually delivered, whose performance was excellent, and yet still was driven by this self-limiting belief masquerading as humility. Oh, no, I was terrible. Well, I'm telling you, folks, that's damaging. That's damaging. Be very, very careful with the words that you choose on yourself. Of course, we should be careful in the words that we choose to use for other people. Maybe I should emphasize that as well. But who do we speak to more than we speak to anyone else? Of course, we speak to ourselves. So be very, very careful in any labeling that you do of your own skills or lack thereof in a particular area. I'm not good at speaking. I am not a good writer. I'm terrible at math. I can't do this because I am poor, or I am a certain race or gender or ethnicity. All of those things, that's a gremlin. That's a self-limiting belief holding you back. Instead, talk about your results. Talk about your outcomes. If, in fact, you did a poor job, it's perfectly acceptable to label that event as less than optimal. And I learned this from Tony Horton, right? Tony Horton of P90X. He says, don't say I can't. Say I presently struggle with. And that to me is a very empowering way to look at it. If you don't do something as well as you want to, don't criticize yourself. Don't label yourself, as Elvis would say. Don't be cruel to yourself. Say, I presently struggle with, pause, this is what I struggle with, and this is what I'm going to do about it. That's how you unmask the self-limiting belief or the gremlin and are able to work aggressively on continuing your personal development path. So I hope you found this helpful. Again, my name is Ed DeCosta of DeCosta.com, and wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful world, make it a great day.